Good afternoon. It is Friday, May 9th, 2025. You know, we live in a world where we are bombarded with subtle and sometimes not so subtle messages that we are not enough, that we do not have enough, that we cannot spend enough, or that we do not measure up physically or mentally or emotionally. Every store advertisement tells us we don't buy enough. Every media commercial tells us that we do not spend enough or have enough. And after a while, those feelings of spiritual and emotional and financial inadequacy can be overwhelming. But the Apostle Paul teaches us to ignore and disregard all such messages and to be content in Jesus, to be satisfied with who and what we are and what we have. In Colossians chapter 2, verses 8 to 10, and I'm reading from the New Living Translation, second edition, it says, "Don't let anyone capture you with empty philosophies and high-sounding nonsense that come from human thinking and from the spiritual powers of this world, rather than from Christ. For in Christ lives all the fullness of God in a human body. So you also are complete through your union with Christ, who is the head over every ruler and authority." He uses the phrase, capture you. That feeling of personal and spiritual inadequacy is a trap. It's a bunch of empty philosophies intended to make you feel poorly about yourself. It is high-sounding nonsense. That is a beautiful description of most of the messages we hear. It's high-sounding nonsense. Boy, it sounds real good. It tickles the ear. But when you examine it, man, it's just nonsense. High-sounding nonsense. He says it comes from the spiritual powers of the world, not from Christ. All the way back to the Garden of Eden, from the snake telling Eve in the garden that the fruit would open her eyes so she would be like God. Until now, the message has always sounded like you could have more, you could be more, you could know more. Boy, if you just give me what I want, everything you need in life will be yours. But what is actually truth? In truth, in Jesus Christ, all of the fullness of God was in a human body. Everything that was completely God was in the completely human Jesus Christ. So Paul says, if you join with Christ, you are made complete. You've got everything you need. Jesus is in charge of everything, all the rulers and authorities, and he says you can join with him and be made complete. In Christ, you can be fulfilled. With Jesus, you can be satisfied. With the Lord, you can be whole and secure. You don't need everything else this world wants to tempt you with. You need Jesus. In Jesus Christ, in union with Jesus Christ, you have everything you need. And quite frankly, a lot of the things you want. He will make you complete. Please join with Jesus Christ today and be made complete, because he satisfies the true longings of your soul. God bless you.